Hello everybody, my name is Braulio Oyes and welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, this is where I talk about real estate, lifestyle, financial freedom, and all things in between. And today I wanted to talk to you guys about how I became a real estate agent and the long journey that it took me to get to where I am today. So grab yourself a cup of coffee, get yourself some snacks because this is gonna be like a story time video and you wanna get comfy. Okay, so we are gonna go back in time about a year and a half, February or March of 2019. And that's when I started thinking about additional income, side hustles, because I do have a 9 to 5 job that I'm currently at. And at the time I was still sharing a house with 2-3 people, and it wasn't really the way that I wanted to live. So I was like, how do I improve? How do I get to where I want to get? And that's when I started researching and watching YouTube videos about financial freedom, and a lot of these people started bringing up the topic of, oh, you should start a side hustle if you want to increase your income. Because I didn't want to leave my job. I like my job. I do like what I do, which is, for those of you who don't know, I'm an urban planner and I work as a transportation planner in LA. But as I said, I was like, this is not giving me all the money that I need. And I became interested in real estate because agents work with people most of the time, and they're constantly prospecting and calling and meeting new people and having conversations with different individuals. And I thought, hey, that's something that I could excel in. And so I went online and I just Googled how to become a real estate agent. It's very simple. You have to take some courses, then pass the state exam, and then you send off your application and wait a little bit, and then you get your license, given that you passed all the previous requirements. And I saw, okay, not too bad. You have the option of doing like in-person classes or online classes. And because of my 9 to 5, it would have been really difficult for me to do an in-person course.
Because that meant that I would have to go after like a long day of work to sit in a classroom for 2-3 hours, 2 or 3 times a week, and I was like, no, forget it, that's just not gonna work. With my schedule and my commute at the time, which is pretty long. In LA, it's about 35 minutes to an hour, which it adds up. So I was like, no.
So I went the online route, and I found License Solutions, which is the company that I decided to go with. And it cost me $189 for all 3 courses. And those courses were real estate principles, real estate practice, and real estate finance. And it was online, so it's at my own pace. And I registered in May of 2019. Remember that? And I said to myself, okay, by the end of the year, you're going to finish all your exams and you're going to send off your application, and hopefully you'll be an agent by the end of the year. And of course, you plan one thing and then a million things happen, and sometimes you just don't meet your goal, and that was kind of my case. So I moved out of my house in LA in July to a city called Alhambra, which is located in East LA for those who are familiar with the area. And I was there for 2 months. And in that time, I realized that it wasn't really for me. I decided to move out of that place by the end of August. So all of September was me trying to find a house to live. And the week before I was supposed to move out, we had to make an impromptu trip to Peru with the whole family. And I said, you know what, it is what it's gonna be. This is definitely more important, me being there with my family. And you know what, when I come back, I'll figure it out, like I'll get an Airbnb or whatever. And I was like, okay. So went to Peru. I had a week to get a new place. And I was able to secure a place somehow, a cute little studio in Long Beach. And this is the place where I'm currently at. And it's amazing, it's lovely, it's my own. I've decorated it how I want it. And at some point I'll give you guys a tour of the place. And that's really what I was able to focus and study for my courses. Because now, mind you, I registered for my courses in May 2019, and now we're the first week of October, and I still have not passed a single course. And I was like, yikes, will I be able to meet my deadline by the end of the year or not? And I said, you know what, I have no excuses now. Everything is done, I'm in my own place, I have to do this. So I buckled down, and I studied, and I was able to pass my first exam in December. December 18th is when I passed my first course, Real Estate Principles, and I was like, yes. And then the second one, I passed it on December 30th, real estate practice. And even though I didn't meet the goal that I had, it was okay because I was already on the way to making my dreams a reality, which was getting a license. So then New Year rolls around, and I remember saying, 2020, this is my year. This is the year where I'm gonna get licensed. And shortly after, I think January 5th or something like that, I passed my third course, real estate finance. So I was done with all 3 courses. The next day I filled out my application super quickly, and I wrote a $300 check to the Department of Real Estate. I put all my paperwork in an envelope and I sent it off. And I didn't hear back from them until February, like 28th, March. But it was funny because I would check my email every single day, but I was checking the wrong email. Yikes. So what happened is that I used a different email on my application, and when I wanted to be like fancy or whatever, and I created a new Gmail. Yikes. And so I forgot that I ever created that. So I wasn't checking that email. So yeah, lesson there. Just use an email that you regularly check. And so I got the email, registered for my exam. I was supposed to take my exam in April 6th, 2020. And of course the crisis hit and my exam got canceled. So I was like, great. Of course they're not doing any exams because
Nobody wants to sit in a room for 3 hours next to people. I was like, So I was like, I'm glad we got canceled.
so we all should be at home, just being responsible. So somehow it got rescheduled. They opened up spots for April 20th. And I was like, okay, maybe they'll take precautions and things will be good. But then like a couple days after that, then it got canceled again. So every day I would check the website to see if slots will be open. And it took them about 2 to 3 months to open up spots for the exam. So I was finally able to register for the exam in August. So now it's been May. It's been like a little bit over a year since I registered for my courses. And so like in July I said, okay, this is it. Like I have to pass, because if I don't pass, I have no idea how long I'm gonna have to wait to take my exam and get my license. And I checked like the next spot after August, and it would have been October 2020. And I was like, there's no way, absolutely not. So I reviewed all my courses, and I even registered for a crash course. It was a weekend long 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. crash course, Saturday, Sunday, the weekend before my exam. And I was like, this is it, I have to pass. And so I went in and I took my exam. It was trickier than I expected, but things turned out well and I passed and I did it, and I was very proud, very happy, and they gave me the results right away. It was like a little letter, and I was like, yes, saying that I passed. I was so happy because it took such a long time. But yeah, so that was it really. It took a long time to get my license. I got it in the middle of the crisis. We're still in quarantine, and the things that I learned from this experience are that things happen for a reason, and you just have to keep working and trust in the process and just keep doing your thing, because eventually things will work out. I had like a million setbacks and challenges throughout this year, but I rely on the people that I love, and I have a very supportive group of people around me, including my family and friends, and everything at the end worked out. So I hope you had fun today. It was fun filming this video. I actually had to film it 2 times because the first time the audio didn't work. So it's another lesson for us. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Also tell me in the comments if there's anything that you would like me to talk about, or if you have questions, and I'll be engaging with everybody that comments below. So yeah, I think that's it for me. You guys have a good one. See you later.